you're not learning alone. This is a school, but you're not learning alone. And these are the three types of kind of relationships that you're gonna experience. These are soul contracts you sign up to complete on Earth as part of your learning path. So when you meet these people, your family is one of those contracts. You come to the family, and that is a soul contract that you have to complete. So there are certain lessons that you're here to learn with your family. There are certain lessons that you're here to learn with the friends that are going to be in your community. And then once you go out into the wider world and you start to meet people that are outside of your community, you're going to start to recognize them as one of these three soul types of contracts: twin flames, soulmates, and karmic relationships. And they're each with their own authentic signature designed to help you learn and grow and change. And some of the lessons are going to be a little bit more difficult. So you're going to experience a little bit more of a hardship with some relationships. But ultimately, every relationship, every lesson that you experience, you're meant to bring the knowledge back to yourself so that you can ascend, so that you can grow from the experience. It's not about the others, it's about you. Everything that is happening to you, with you, as in your higher self is guiding these lessons so that you can learn, you can ascend, you can advance the consciousness that you're connected to. So when a twin flame comes into your life, they will motivate you, they will inspire you. When a person that is a twin flame becomes part of your daily life, or you have an encounter with them, it's almost like you're going to feel the energy shift. You're going to feel your whole energetic field shift because the connection is so strong. So they are your growth teachers. Twin flames are the people who inspire you and push you to become a greater version of yourself. They will remind you of the potential that's within you and trigger your awakening to the next level. So they're going to kind of inspire you to operate at a higher level in terms of your operational system, but also in the energetic centers. So you have 7 chakras, and each chakra kind of unlocks a higher level of operational system for you. So if you operate on the first chakra, which is the root chakra, it's the grounding chakra, is the chakra that is connected to safety. So you might be a little bit more focused on the material side, on your financial security, on financial safety. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you start to operate one chakra above that, which is the sacral chakra, you start to think about creativity and self-expression and these ideas and sensualities. You unlock different levels of operating. So you're not so focused and bothered about the financial side anymore. You're more inspired, and you're allowing the inspiration to take you where it needs to take you, for you to create. Then after that, you have the solar plexus, which is the leadership. So now that you've formed these ideas, when you start to operate at the level of the solar plexus, you're able to channel those ideas, to share them, to be the voice of those ideas. Then you have the heart chakra, which is the level of empathy and connecting with others, which is the level also of vulnerability. So when a twin flame brings you higher from the creative pursuits, let's say, to the level of connecting and exposing your vulnerabilities and being authentic in that way, you're going to feel uncomfortable because that's growth. That's part of your growth. You are ascending, you're starting to operate at a higher level. Then you have the throat chakra, which is speaking the truth and being honest about how you feel, setting boundaries. It's not just about the self-expression anymore, but it's also about being honest about your needs, being honest about how certain things make you feel. And that takes courage that you've already unlocked with the solar plexus. However, you still need to maintain the chakras because they could get out of balance. And after the throat chakra, we have the third eye, which is your imagination, where you start to ground even more ideas from your higher self, where you start to experience these channeled messages, these channeled downloads, these intuitive messages that lead you in different directions that you might have anticipated. And finally, we have the crown chakra, which is the energetic center for interconnectedness, because we are all connected, we are all one. So the more you ascend to operate at that level, the more you're going to start to notice that it's not us versus them, me versus you. It's how can I create in a way that unites us? How can I express myself in a way that unites us? And that is the purpose of a twin flame journey is for you to ascend from the trauma, to ascend from your triggers, to ascend from these everyday worries to the point where you're able to become yourself, authentically yourself, and channel the ideas and step into your purpose. So the twin flame people in your life, the twin flames, will remind you of the potential that's within you and trigger your awakening to the next level. They're going to trigger your spiritual growth. They're going to push you. And sometimes it will be unexpected. Somebody's going to enter your life and your life is going to get a 360 and you're going to be like, whoa, you rocked my world, quite literally. And it's all designed to push you forward, to elevate you. And twin flames will trigger you. They will trigger your healing work as much as they push you on your self-growth journey, because they act as mirrors. So they will reveal to you what you need to work on. And sometimes we're not ready for the truth, especially when it's it arrives this fast. But when you discover that you are on this twin flame journey with somebody, they're not going anywhere. And I think this is the point of growth. We have choices to make, and if we choose to learn the lessons, we continue on this path. If not, these contracts get kind of canceled or they get switched. If you're not learning the lessons that way, you're going to be moved to a different kind of contract. It's all part of the design. It's all part of the backup plans. But twin flames, if you stick to them, if you find the strength, the courage, the willpower to change, your growth is going to be accelerated and you're going to grow into a more authentic version of yourself in days instead of months and years, if you really do the work. And so the twin flames are the connections that mirror your potential. Twin flames mirror back to you your own potential. If you were to do the work, they will literally show up in your life and you will see it. You see a glimpse of the future where you have become very successful in your chosen industry, in your chosen field. But ultimately, twin flames are not about outsourcing the work. No one can do the work for you. You have to keep focusing on your own actions. Even if you can see how the person in front of you can change their life for the better, sometimes the lesson is to just be there as the moral support, to be there as the person that leads by example, because you cannot take the lessons for other people. You cannot take the exams for other people because the universe is going to test you. If you've learned a lesson, especially when it comes to self-worth and setting boundaries, how can the universe test you if you've learned your lesson to set boundaries if it doesn't send you people that cross your boundaries? Think about it that way. This is just the universe testing to see if you've learned a lesson. That's all. And Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind gives a really good portrait of what the twin flame connection feels like. And obviously the movie touches on many subjects, but one of them is when you meet somebody who's a twin flame. Obviously this is a very kind of romantic scenario, but when you meet someone who's a twin flame, they will trigger a remembering in you. And that remembering could be about your purpose. It could be about your potential. It could be about your own connection with them. Because as I said, every lifetime is an opportunity for your consciousness to expand on the existing knowledge based on previous research. So you might have already done the journey called Life on Earth with these people before and playing different characters, learning different lessons. But your consciousness is a database of information. So everything that you've experienced throughout your existence, not just in this lifetime, is in your consciousness. And if you've shared meaningful moments with somebody in previous lifetimes, the energetic connection, the database has recorded all of that. That is why when you meet some people and you say, I feel like I've known you my whole life, that is the case in some ways. You've shared learning experiences with this person before. But also there's a theory that you might just remember, when you meet somebody that you're in a twin flame journey with, you kind of unlock the timelines, the multiverse, so to speak. So you can almost remember what it feels like to be friends with them, to be partners with them, because you've kind of glimpsed into the future, into the timelines, and all of that information has been unlocked. You don't understand it, but you feel it. It's like you've unlocked the level up, but you still need to do the work. If the twin flame journey is quite harsh because it shows you the best case scenario, but you need to do the work. And it's like this massive gap between the vision that you've unlocked and seen and the vision that you've been revealed through this connection, but you're here and you're like, how am I going to get to this point? Through daily actions. With the karmic connections, it's almost, you see what's going to happen if you just remain on the same path, the same timeline. It's like a flat line. You're like, oh, no, I can't do that. No, I need to do more with my life. I'm here to do more with my life. So it's one way to give you the lesson to refocus back to yourself and start growing.